Okay, let's talk about the cards for this week. I am going to make, I have an idea, so we're going to try this. I don't know how this is going to work exactly, but I'm going to play again. I might as well only have one stamp set in my stash, and it's this one. This is the names of Jesus. It seems like it's the only one I've been using lately, but I still have an idea I want to do with it. So we're going to do that this week, and I need to start with cutting some cardstock. So I've got 12 card bases. These are just white cardstock that's folded in half. It's, 8.5 by 11 paper cut in half down the middle and then folded in half. I'm putting the whole card base into my MISTI, and I'm going to let that hold it into place for me. And here's my plan. So on this stamp set, we have the name of Jesus here in this kind of swirly font. I'm going to use that 3 times. It's going to be Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And then I'm going to use the one that says the sweetest name I know, because it reminds me of the song, right? So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have Jesus run up and down these cards 3 times in 3 different colors of ink. So I'm going to start kind of here at the top, and then I'm going to move it down, and then I'm going to move it down and put the sweetest name I know. So I think what I'll do is kind of use this little guide kind of at the 2-inch mark for the top of that. I'm not being perfect with that. Just going to put it like that and let that pick up. And now I need to pick 3 colors of ink. I keep playing with these VersaFine clayers. The colors are just so pretty and vibrant. These are the ones I'm going to use. And I think I'm going to start with the lightest color. I don't know if I want to start with the lightest color or the darkest color. I'm starting with the darkest color. I'm going against the grain today. So I'm going to start with this color. Now what this means is I'm going to have to stamp this on 12 cards, because I make 12 each week. I'm going to have to stamp it on 12 cards, one at a time. So I'll do this one, this color first on all 12. So it'll go like that. So I'll move this out of the way and bring the other one in. That's how the process will work. Put this little guy here, put this little guy here, and keep going. So I'll do this one on all 12, and then we'll come back and do the next color. So that gets the first one stamped. Now, here goes my voice, guys, sorry. Now, I'm going to move this stamp down. I cleaned it off, and I'm going to move it down underneath, and we're going to do a second Jesus. Just kind of lining it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to pick this up in the MISTI, and now I'm going to run through and do all 12 again. Look, I got a little ink, no big deal, because I cleaned it off pretty good, not great. But we're going to go back over that now with the orange. I'm going to work my way down in the colors. So let's stamp this. Pretty, I like it. I'm going to move that one aside and do all 12 again the same way. And by moving that in the MISTI, all I have to do is ink and close, and it'll be right where it's supposed to be on all of the card fronts. time for the final one. Let me put all this away. And it may be the final one. I may add another stamp. I had an idea while I was going. So this is the stamp that says Sweetest Name I Know. And I'm going to lay it underneath here. Just like so. And pick it up with the door. And I'm going to do it in black. I think it'll pop really well down there in the bottom corner like that. So let's use some VersaFine Onyx Black. And I'm just going to ink that up. And then send it over. I'm just going to give it a nice even press and let the ink transfer. Isn't that pretty? The Sweetest Name I Know. How cute. Let me bring that up. You guys can see that? I love it. Okay, so I'm going to do that on all of them. So from our stamp set called Then Sings My Soul, I have this little music staff. It's a couple of measures actually of music. And I think it'll be cute running up the side of the card. I'm going to see. I think I'll like it. If I do, I'm going to do it on all 12 too. And I'm going to do it in black and white, or do it in black. So it'll be black and white on the card. And then it'll kind of remind you to sing it when you see it. Jesus, 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 right? Okay, so ink that up and stamp it down. Oh, that's pretty there. I like that. Isn't that neat? I like how that looks. I'm going to do that on all of them. There's a couple more things I want to do before these cards are finished. One is I want to round the corners of the bottom of the card. I just think this will add to. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to round the corners on the bottom of all of the cards. And then I'm going to show you how to fix a mistake. So these guys are ready to go. I love how these turned out. But these guys, I got ink on them when I was taking them in and out of the MISTI. Here, here, and here. Now, a couple things you can do. One is stamp over it with a different stamp. So if you have a musical note or something, you could have little musical notes stamped up here. And I do have that. If I need it, I'll do it. I'm going to try to fix it with my Mono Sand Eraser. This eraser has a little bit of sand in it, and it kind of sands away the top layer of the cardstock where the ink is. And I can usually knock that mistake back enough that you at least, it doesn't glare at you when you look at the card. See how that kind of went away? You might not even can see it in camera, but there is, like I'll show you. See it? There's a big spot right there where I got my fingerprint. So I'm just going to work it. And I just like to do it a little bit at a time and work, try not to put a hole in the page. Sometimes you have to go over it several times. Don't press too hard. Again, I'm trying not to put a hole in the page. I'm just trying to sand away just the ink that's there. I'm almost there. There we go. Look at that. Completely gone. And you honestly can't tell it on the card. This eraser is so helpful. All right, I'm going to get this one. And this one has black from the VersaFine. Somehow I did that too. There we go. All fixed. I didn't panic. I just kept going, and I knew at the end I could try to get rid of that. So those are all taken care of, and our cards are all ready to go this week. I love how this turned out. So Jesus, 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 the sweetest name I know. Hey, thanks so much for joining me this week. Again, sorry about my voice. Hopefully next week it'll be back to normal. I'll talk to you guys again real soon. If this is your first time joining us, head over to our Facebook group called Hide His Word in My Heart. Join the group. Be a part of what we have going on. It's super fun, and we love to see your card creations. And even if you're still journaling, some folks are doing their journaling, and we love seeing that as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.